Good morning, all those in YouTube land. This is Josh at Tryin' Tech, and we are doing another tech tutorial today. We're going to be doing a tech tutorial on how to get Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD ReMix running at 4K 60 FPS. This video tutorial is actually based off of a video tutorial that was originally done by a channel called 4K 60 FPS. I'm going to actually link this tutorial here. I followed his tutorial as well as 4K 60 FPS HDR gaming. Alright, so he does a lot of 4K gameplay hacks, especially making things run at 60 FPS in 4K when it doesn't usually run at that. Running things with HDR when it doesn't usually have HDR capabilities natively. He does a lot of good content. I followed his tutorial here. So I'll link the video in the description below because I followed his video. But why I'm uploading my video is because some of the information that he linked or had was out of date, and some of the codes that he used for Cheat Engine are out of date. And so actually between his tutorial, an updated version of Cheat Engine 6.8.2, and a code listed by this user LostEdits, I was able to get it working. So I'm going to basically show this updated tutorial of how to get it working with the latest version of RPCS3 and the latest version of Cheat Engine, because if you're not using these versions and this code that I'm going to show in my tutorial, it will not work. Okay. So, but I want to give a credit to the original tutorial that I followed and that I used to do this tutorial. Okay, and I'll link his video in the description below. Obviously, I'm not going to link LostEdits, but I will credit him, and that new updated code is going to be in the description below, as well as a download link for Cheat Engine 6.8.2. Although if you have Cheat Engine 6.8.1, it will also work. That will be linked in the description below. And then you're going to need RPCS3, the latest version 0.0.5-7624 at time of this writing, or recording I should say. Along with that, we're going to update some settings here. I've already got them updated, but I'm going to show you what I've got mine set to. So right now I'm not recording this on a 4K TV, simply because right now I'm doing this on my own computer monitor. But what we've done is, because I don't have a native 4K monitor here, I did NVIDIA DSR, that's downsampled resolution, or dynamic super resolution, whatever the frick they call it. And AMD has this feature as well. It's called VSR, so there's parity of features. Because I have a 1440p monitor, I'm going to need to set it to 2.25x in my managed 3D settings, and then I'll have to enable it here for dynamic super resolution. I'm going to click apply, which I've already got it applied, but okay. If you have a native 4K monitor, or if you're doing it on a 4K TV, then you won't need to do any of this. Just run it at your native resolution. Okay. Then we need to update our RPCS3 settings. So we're going to go to configure. For the CPU, you're going to pretty much just run this at the native default settings. So fastest, additional settings here. These should already be checked. You're going to have those checked. That should already be checked. That's going to be on default. It's on GPU that we're going to change some settings here. Vulkan, it should already be on Vulkan, but you're going to need to run it on Vulkan, because unless you got a super monster computer, running this at OpenGL is going to be, it's going to be a nightmare. Okay, Vulkan is what makes this hack possible, because you get huge speed improvements from Vulkan. Make sure if you have multiple graphics devices, make sure you have the more powerful GPU listed for your graphics device. This is more so for those with switchable graphics. I do not have switchable graphics. I don't have like an internal GPU. If you have an iGPU and a dedicated GPU, make sure your dedicated GPU is listed as the graphics device. Aspect ratio, I have mine on 16.9. You can set this to auto. Frame limit, this does need to be at 60, and AF, Anisotropic Filter, 16x. This is going to smooth out your image a lot, okay? Along with, obviously, upping the resolution of 4K. Alright? Default resolution, this doesn't really matter because this is the default resolution. But we're not going to render at that. We're going to render at 300%. 3840 times 2160 resolution scale, default 16 times 16. On the additional settings, you want to make sure you have right color buffers checked. Now, one other thing that you want to make sure you may want to check, and it depends, is, see, I'm currently running this on a G-Sync monitor, so I have adaptive sync. If you have a AMD card and you have a FreeSync monitor, you do not need to have V-Sync checked. However, if you don't have an adaptive sync monitor such as a G-Sync or FreeSync monitor, you will need to check V-Sync. Okay? The reason why I left V-Sync unchecked is because there are, even with my rig, which is a pretty modest to beefy rig, between loading on some of the scenes, especially while it's compiling shaders, sitting there kind of thinking about loading the shaders, there are some slowdowns. So, with the slowdowns, if you have VSync off, you're not going to see as much stuttering. It's going to look a lot smoother. So I have my VSync off because I have an adaptive sync monitor. So we're good. But if you don't have adaptive sync, you're going to make sure to have that checked. You're trading off screen tearing for smooth frames. It's the best way I could put it. Okay, so right now I have my cheat engine 6.8.2 open. And right now it's already showing here as RPCS3 EXE, but when you're setting this up for the first time, you're going to need to go to, we're actually going to boot from the self-elf because it's quicker. Otherwise you have to go through the launcher and then it has to open the game, and then it has to open the game a second time when you open the actual game you want to open. Right now we're opening Kingdom Hearts 1.5, so we're going to do that through the Kingdom self that's there in our USRDR directory in PS3 game for Kingdom Hearts 1.5. And we're going to click open, and we're going to open it from there. Okay, so now that I'm running the application, you'll see here, I've already got mine set up. It says value 0. That's a good thing. That means that my hack is working and it's enabled. However, when you're setting it up for the first time, you're going to click this. You're going to click open. Okay, you see right now I'm running at 60 FPS. I'm going to pause that right there because I don't want to talk over the game, but I'm going to show you how I set this up here. Okay, so right now I've already got mine set up here. So the hack is already working. If you notice, I pause the screen and it slows down to 30 FPS. That shows that the hack is working. Because when you pause it, it goes at 30 FPS. When it's gameplay, 60 FPS. Alright, but I'm going to show you how I set this up. So what you'd actually do is go to add address manually. And you're going to click this value in here. 3020 Delta 1017. Now, it says no description right now. My description here, I put Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 ReMix 60 FPS. Tell you what, we're going to put Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5. I'm going to put Final Mix 60 FPS. For the type, you want to put Byte, and you want to click OK. Alright, and there it is right there. And if I wanted to enable the hack, I would check the box. If I want to turn off the hack, for this one I've already got set up. These are both the same. I'm going to delete one of these values later. I'm just showing you how I did it. Okay. I'm going to change this record, change value. It's on 0 right now. I'm going to change it to 1. I'm going to change it to 1. And see, now it's operating at 30 FPS. But if you notice that when I pause it, it actually goes to half that, which is interesting. Okay. When it's not enabled at all, what actually happens is that gameplay will operate at 30 FPS, and when you pause the game, it goes to 60 FPS. I'm going to re-enable this because this is wonky, but I'm going to enable it. Okay, and see right now it's at 30 when I'm paused, and at 60 while it's playing. Keep in mind you can do the 60 FPS hack even without 4K. I'm just showing you 4K 60 FPS because that's like, you know, the golden goal. Everyone wants to be able to play at 4K 60 FPS. But if your rig can't handle 4K 60 FPS and you have a 1440p monitor, you can do this at 1440p 60 FPS. If you have a 1080p monitor, you can run it at 1080p 60 FPS. I'm showing you how to do it with 4K if you have a 4K TV. If you're running on a 4K TV, you are going to need to utilize the VSync option, obviously. Okay, but this is how to get the game running at 4K 60 FPS. Hopefully this video tutorial helped you. If you liked it, please click that thumbs up, smash that like. If you want to see more like it, please click subscribe, ring the bell notification icon, and if you're looking to pick up any PC parts and you see something from my rig that you like, I've put affiliate links next to everything that I have in my own build. So if you're looking to pick up something for your PC and you're going to buy some PC parts anyways, please help me out and order them through the Amazon affiliate links in the description below. Anyways, that's it. That's it for this tutorial. I'll link the actual gameplay video of me playing 4K 60 FPS down in the description below, as well as any downloads and a link to the original tutorial from 4K 60 FPS HDR channel. And thank you for watching. This is Josh at Trine Tech, signing off the net.